to the 11th video in our little series of videos going through the introduction of Legend of Eisenwald. In this particular one, we're actually going to go and tackle a second battle. So how do we know about this? Well, we got a rumor within our last little video, and it told us about this. In the inn, it told us that there was a little treasure across the room. Now, we actually haven't gone and killed Besta yet. We just heard this rumor about him, and there's some watchtower over here, and if we zoom in, we see that, oh, this looks like a little watchtower, and it's across the way, so we can go there. So we're going to go walk across here to get to there, and that's where we suspect indeed that our next battle is going to take place. So we're going to go here. Right before we get here, we're going to go ahead and save before we get into the second battle. Let's say before doing second battle. Just save a lot in this game for every single battle. It's always a good idea. So now we're going to actually go into this battle here, and we have two healer women, which will make this really, really easy if we had any troubles at all, and we have all our other guys. Now, what's going on here is the camera before had them on the other side, so I'm going to just rotate to get it so that our guys are on the right and the other ones are on the left to kind of keep consistency going here. Now, in terms of the order of all these guys, they're determined by initiative. This guy has really high initiative, so he's always going to go first, and then our hero will go next. Now, since we're playing the strategy of trying to get our mystic to be in the front so that eventually he can do a little bit of a fire attack, we need to always make sure we buff him. And so we can buff him in a couple different ways. With the priest, we could make it so that he can do more damage, melee damage. That's not going to help us all. Or we can increase a willpower. Willpower makes whatever spell they cast more powerful as one of the effects. So let's go ahead and make it so that he will have a more powerful attack once he gets around to doing it, and then he's going to buff himself and make it so that he's more armored. So now if you look at it, he now has 24 and 24. So he's really very defensive. So it was the combination of the two that ended up doing that. Next, we have our knight wanting to attack. We're going to postpone his turn because we want to bait these guys to come here so they stand next to our mystic, because again, our mystic has igneous fire, which requires people to stand next to him, and because he's a spiritual unit, our mystic never gets to move. He's stuck wherever he is, just as these guys. They're not going to move, he's not going to move. Okay, so we're going to postpone his turn. Now our archer can go ahead and attack, and here the one that makes the most sense to attack is one of these two, because they do more damage. These ones are doing a little less damage, but also these ones will be able to be attacked by 2 units, so you kind of want to make them weaker, and this guy's going to have a little bit harder time, so we go ahead and attack him. So then we're going to get him. He's going to poke him a little bit. Now we're going to have our healers, and you see they have one right after another. There's not much healing to do, so we're definitely going to postpone them until the end of the turn. Now at this point he has taken a bit more damage, and he can retaliate. So he can do 27 points of damage, which isn't necessarily the thing to do because he has 33, and this guy can do 33, and he has defense 2, so neither one can quite do him off. So we should probably get rid of one. So this guy, it doesn't really matter, we'll just do it this way. Neither one's quite enough to do it. Okay, so now we finally are getting to the point where, well, we want to use his turn that we postponed, and we can probably use the archer to take out this guy next time, so there's really no need to waste his attack on that, so we'll just do it on this one. And you see that there's a little bleed icon here. This means that they're bleeding and they're taking more damage, and this is a more serious type of hit. She now must take her turn because she can no longer postpone it, so she's going to go and heal him, and then we'll get the next healing woman. There isn't much damage here, so it's not worth healing, so rather than doing a heal, she'll meditate, which she'll just postpone her turn. Now usually units must take an action at the end of their turn, with the exception of the more spiritual units, which can always meditate. So it's kind of like their way of kind of postponing, wasting their mana. Now he can either make somebody so they have more willpower, which he doesn't really need to. He was the only one to do that too. Or you can make them so they attack a bit more. So he's going to add 7 to the melee attack of this guy, so he can get rid of that one, since these guys are sharing these ones over here a bit more. So he'll do that. And our friend can either attack these two, so he'll attack the one that has a bit more health. Our archer can then take out this guy, and he'll pick on him a little bit more. And finally, let's see, we can go ahead and do the healing on this one, make him sure full health. And now he can finally, our hero can finally use his little fire attack and do a bit of damage there. There really isn't that much to heal at this point. We'll postpone this to the next turn. He will go ahead and attack him. And let's see. If we want to do another buff, we might as well do one that does more damage, cause him to do a little bit more damage. Not that it really matters. He can now go this way or this way. This one does 28. That's almost enough to kill him, but not quite. This guy can do 29. But we'll leave this guy so our mystic can not feel totally useless and get in a second attack. So this guy is on his... Oh, he actually did kill him off just a little bit more. Oh, that's because he got buffed by the priest, so he did a little bit more damage. The archer can help out on him. The holy woman can heal them. And one thing that's good about healing and to do it in battle is that it will save you heals. So this is kind of an interesting thing, that as soon as I do this attack here, then as soon as I do this attack here, the battle's over. But if I want all my guys to be at full health, I can postpone his turn, have the healing woman go and heal him up first, and then this guy will get a chance to attack, so he can be the one that actually takes him out. So this, I just did it so everybody wouldn't end up at full health. And that's definitely easy enough, or near full health, with 2 healer women. So that was the second battle, and we get a little bit of a rumor that tells us that there's this little goodie that's waiting for us, and that was automatically thrown into our inventory. And it's this nice little amulet that gives us 3 melee defense, and we can give that over to our main hero. So that ends our second battle, and we'll go on to our next main battle in the next video.